is nice. Pity I don't ride it enough. Anyway, that'll do. Back to sleep until we get some nice weather. When will that be? Anyway, what the fuck am I playing at? I'm just looking at my comments here. Do you know, I don't get many comments. You guys need to comment more. Come on, play the game. Anyway, on this particular video at the moment there's only two. Yorkie Cole 7973. Yeah, of course we saw you forget the spacer. Also, yeah, of course you did. You're as bad as me. Yeah, okay, I forgot stuff. Yeah, also you put the bearing cap on top of the nut instead of under it before you put the top yoke on. But yeah, but hey, it entertains just the same. Yeah, I did, and I left it in. And I could have edited it out and I didn't. I am an amateur. You know, I've never ever claimed to be a mechanic. Never will. I just get on with it, get things done, make mistakes, film them mistakes and show you guys. If I fuck up, it's staying in the video. I'm not editing shit out to make myself look good, because that's just not what I do, you know. If you guys want to slag me off for that, go for it, I can take it. You'll get a bit back though. Anyway, all that fucking about with the Royal Enfield that I just did, starting it up, going round it, showing you. Why did I do that? Well, I did that because Mike Ferret 195. Once again, no Royal Enfield. He misses the Royal Enfield because when I'm coming out in the garden, I'm on a few videos. I've sort of gone the old, yep, there's the obligatory Royal Enfield shot. Seems Mike Ferret, it seems you like that, mate. But there you go. We've done a little start up, especially for you. Anyway, what we're playing at. I'm going to fuck about with this little kiddie's dirt bike. Is that the right word, or is that too American? Trail bike, trials bike. As you can see, I've got the engine out, which I took out simply to get the carb off easy. Not a big job, 4 bolts, drops out. Anyway, what we have got down here are 2 spanky new tyres and inner tubes. So the back one's the worst. We'll whip that off. We'll get that tyre on. We'll probably do one on camera and then I'll do the other one off. Yeah, let's set up and get that wheel off. Right, as is typical with me, give mission creep. I start to do one job and then realise other jobs want doing, and then before I know where I am, I've completely torn a bike apart. And this is where we seem to be heading with this one at the moment. But I want to get this bodywork off. It wants a good old clean, and I've got a sticker set for it. I want to get the exhaust off because I want to paint it. Oh, there's a crack here as well. I want to fix that. I'm once again spending money on a bike, and it's just not going to be worth what I spent on it, but who cares? So yeah, we'll give everything a damn good clean up. I hope that's not just tapped straight into the tank. Surely not. No, I don't think it is. I think there's a thread insert there. But I'll put nothing by these Chinese, just self-tap straight into the top of the plastic tank. Oh, I shouldn't be racist. Be it racist if you insult the Chinese? I don't know. I certainly don't think I'm racist anyway. Oh, perish the thought. Right, I need to get a little pot or something, put all these screws in. What can I put them in? Get one of these little magnetic things here that are just for that purpose that I never use. Little penknife thing, this penknife set I call it. You're upside down, guys. Why are you upside down? Come on, play the game. There we go. So, undo that. I still don't know whether I dare let my granddaughter have this. She certainly wants it, but she scares the shit out of me with things like this, to be honest. But I do tend to buy these things and not think about the consequences or even why I'm buying it. A good example of that, well, I'm not going to tell you, but I've ordered something, a couple of things from AliExpress, which they'll appear on the channel soon. I'm not going to give too much away, but I ordered something that I don't need and don't want, and then I'm going to reveal it on the channel, and then I'm going to ask you guys what I should do with it. You know, that's typical of me. I buy something and then think, right, now I've bought it, what do I want it for? There's a lot of screws and shit on this. There's another crack there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that, or even if it's worth fixing. Right, what else is holding this shite on? Let's go in this side. Start undoing some of these. How is everybody anyway? I'm well behind with my videos. Well behind. I've got stuff that I filmed 2, 3, 4 weeks ago that I've still not uploaded. And to show you what I mean, today, I don't know when I'm going to upload this video, but to show you how far I am behind compared to when you're watching it, it is December the, hang on, don't even know what day it is, phone. It is December the 10th, and I'm kind of guessing we're going to be well into next year before you even see this video. But the plus side of doing that, well, the reason I do that is because I don't like editing, and I've got all this stuff to edit and I can't be asked. But the plus side, let's get a 10mm. Yeah, I was saying the plus side is that I have effectively videos in stock, if you know what I mean. So I can, when I'm not actually recording anything, I can upload something from stock. The downside is it's not fresh and up to date as I'd like it to be. When we get to the nicer weather, I do tend to catch up, and then the videos I upload are like what I did a couple of days ago, sort of thing. Does anybody else, any other YouTubers that watch what I'm doing, operate in a similar way, or am I just weird? Come on, let go. What's wrong with you? I guess I'm just weird. Like buying this bike. Why did I buy it? Because it was cheap, that's why I bought it, let's be honest. Anyway, I've got lots of things on that have turned up, which we'll get to in a minute, but we've got the new tubes and tyres. We've got a full sticker set for it. What else? The kill switch there, that did turn up, but I'm not going to put it on. It's here. That one's knackered. I'm not going to put it on. I bought one exactly the same as that, and the reason is I've ordered another kill switch that's on a lanyard, and then you put it around your child's wrist, plug it in, and if they fall off or just yank their arm away, it kills the engine. It's a bit safer, I think, in my opinion. But just my opinion. Right, what else we got? What's holding that on now? Does it come off altogether with the tank? Surely not. Does it? Surely you've got to take the tank off and it's... Now well, let's pop this bolt out and see what it reveals underneath. This does need a damn good clean. Right, now. Nope, there's still something holding it under here maybe. Ah yes. There's a big old Allen bolt under there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because it's kind of in the way. What's holding this exhaust on at the moment? Because... Oh, I see. I've got to get the panels off first. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell, someone's ringing me. Is it another scammer? No. Right, back soon, guys. And we're back. What is it about phones? No one rings me for hours and hours and hours. And then I turn the camera on and start filming and the phone goes. Right. Let's have a look. It's a bit smeggy. This is all misshapen as well. There, so I don't know if I can get some heat on that and try and put it right, but it's done it both sides, that side as well. So we'll try and deal with that. Now what? Right, there's another bolt on the back of this tank, so we can whip that in. I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's whip these side bits off here. Try not to drop them on the floor though. This fell off as well, a little big rubber washer. No idea where that come from. No doubt time will tell. That's the little side bits. It'll be a damn sight easier to put the stickers on these off the bike, rather than trying to do it on. I have too many bikes in bits at one time. That's the problem I've got. Let's whip this off. That's the tank. Right, okay, there's a little... This is attached to the petcock. Was that something just fell off? Another one. Don't know where it came from. Another one, look. So we'll worry about that later. Right, just here is a little Allen bolt holding the petcock on. Now I can't leave the petcock on the bike and disconnect the tank because all the fuel in the tank will just piss out. There's a nut on the back of that. There is as well. You bastard. Do the Chinese not know about captive nuts and how easy it makes life? Oh, gotcha. Pop that back in there and then we'll know exactly where it came from. That pipe's knackered. All the fuel pipe on this bike is knackered. I don't know if I've got any. I'll have to have a look. But there's our little bitty fuel tank with fuel in it. Oh, it's leaking. That's not good petcock then, is it? If it's... Yeah, we'll just store it sideways down. Now. Right, I want this exhaust off because I want to paint that. Give it a nice coat of paint, make it look nice. Might do that first and it can be drying while I'm fucking about with the tyres. Got a brand new carb for it as well, but after I bought the carb, I don't know if you guys remember that little like secondary tap that's on the carb that was broke, which is why I bought a new carb. After I bought the carb, I actually found that little tap on AliExpress. So I ordered that as well, so we can put a new tap on the old carb and then we'll effectively have a spare carb. I don't know if you guys prefer when I'm making these videos. I tend to, like the last couple of edits I've done, I've pretty much left everything in, you know, when I'm undoing something, whereas before I sort of cut it out a little bit or whiz through it, put it on high speed or something. I've not been doing that. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. Whether you want to see me spend 10 minutes fighting with a bolt. Probably not when you look at it like that. Anyway, let's get this out. Surely I ain't going to take the swing arm off to get that out. I bet I have. Yeah, I think I've got to drop that shock. Well, I never. Well, I must have done at some point, but well, I never. Yeah. What a shite design. I ain't got much left of it. I might as well tear the whole thing down to nothing. Oh dear. Right. What size is that? 10? Yeah. Off with the shock. Shocking. Boom boom. Right. Hang on. I love the diddiness of everything. It sort of makes me smile. Right, I can't get at that. Can't get at this side of the bolt because of this chain guard. So let's get that chain guard off next. It was loose anyway, so well I did. One chain guard. I'll be honest, I'm quite enjoying this little project. Nice and simple. That's what I like. I think it's going to rain. Right, bottom of the shock. Raining. Just what I need. Look at that. That's fucking ridiculous. Jesus. Oh, everything's so dinky. I love it. Right. I think we should be able to get this exhaust off now, which we can. Right, let's pop this. Yeah, it's not even gonna stand now, obviously, because I'll stay there. I don't care. Let's get this back wheel off and change the tyre on it, and then we can clean it. Is that the same size that side? 15. No, of course it's not. That's the fella. Right, back wheel. Usually how the jobs snowball. I come out here to put the tyres on. That's why I was here. Now look. We've tore the bike down to nothing. Little, little space. Everything is dinky on it. Everything is incredible. Come on, spacer. Here you come. And look at that spacer. Where you gone? Look at that. I mean, it's nothing. So I'm going to put this back for the time being in the way it came out, so that I know. Let's put it back together. So that spacer on there, slack adjuster, wheel nut. In fact, I might just take a photograph of that and then just whip it off. Right, this is why we're changing the tyre. That's kind of, it's done. I don't know if you can see that. So let us have a bit of a tidy up and then we'll see about getting that tyre off, I think. Hello, I'm back. Right, this is the rear wheel. Now I'm just yeah, that's interesting. The front and rear wheels are identical, and as you can see, I've taken the brake disc and the sprocket off. You'll notice that the hot bolts that hold them up on line up identically. They're the same size, and I can put the sprocket and the disc on whatever side I like. Isn't that simple? Anyway, I have a sneaking suspicion, because I've read it on the internet, so it must be true, that these little 250 by 10 inch tyres, which are what these are, get down there, are absolute bastards to get off. So we will see, won't we? I don't know if I need the tubes, but I got a tyre and tube deal, if you like, on AliExpress, I think it was 40 quid, which, given I paid 30 for the bike and the size of 40 is just wrong. Yeah, they are stiff as arseholes. I think these are going to be a nightmare to get on and off. Let us give it some lube, bit of lube action. You don't need to go to OnlyFans to get lube action, you can get it on my channel. Look at that. Hot, soapy, no, that would, if I was going to say what I was about to say, I would definitely be demonetised. And quite rightly so, it was disgusting. creature. A dinky little wheel. Yeah, the tube is most definitely knackered though, because I've just pulled the valve out of it. But this is stiff. This just don't feel right. In the bin with you, and I don't know what I'll do with that. Tyres are quite difficult to get rid of, used tyres. Right, I'll tell you what I've got, because this is not interesting at all, someone putting a tyre on. I'm just going to crack on and do it, guys, and then we'll come back when we've done it, because it don't make interesting viewing, does it? Let's be honest. Well, there's the first one fucked up. We've got the tyre and tube on. Remember what I said about I'll keep fucking tubes up with the tyre levers? Well, guess what? Fuck the tube up. Right then, I'll show you what I've done. Done it before, I don't know why, but there you go. See that? I've nicked it with the old tyre spoon. So what we're going to have to hope now then is that the tube in the front tyre is okay. This is the other new one. Yeah, we'll hope the front tyre tube is okay and I can reuse it, and I can get the two of them in without fucking them up. I think what I've got to do is difficult, but I think it can be done, is not to use tyre spoons. Use knees and fists and palms and just beat the tyre on without using tyre spoons. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? So deflate that one a little bit. This is the new one. Let's have a take two, shall we? See how we can get it in this time. Success! We have the tyre mounted. Wasn't easy, but I did it eventually by, I pushed as much tyre on as I could, and then I got this hammer, basically rammed it in and worked my way around and eventually got that in. So yeah, that needs a clean, but it is on. I highly doubt these tyres are directional. Be very surprised. No, they're not. So give that a clean up, clean the disc and sprocket up, and then we can think about getting that back on. Right, I will try the front one, and I'll turn the camera on and show you how I managed to manhandle that tyre on. Right, that was no good. This tube's knackered as well, and the reason it's knackered is because I caught it with the tyre spoon. The reason I caught it with a tyre spoon, you can get these tyres on without tyre spoons, but there's no way you can get them off, and it's almost impossible to get that tyre spoon in there without catching the tube, which is exactly what I've done. But I don't think it would have mattered anyway, because this just feels hard and crispy and rotten, so we need a new tube. So that is where we end for today, because I've got to go and order a new tube. I might order a puncture repair outfit as well and see if I can repair that other one as a spare. But for the time being, guys, we will return to this when we've got the bits to complete it. Right then, we are going to start work. Try and clean up some of the filth and dirt on this little bike frame. And all we've got here is soapy water, washing up liquid and water. So we'll start by giving that a brush. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me do all the cleaning. I'm just going to show you how we're going to get started. So We'll loosen up all the shit for this brush for starters, and then I've got this thing here which looks like a shower head, but it's not. It's one of my little Temu bargains. It's rechargeable. I think that's quite cool. Like that. Anyway, we'll bring you back when I've cleaned it. Right then, we've cleaned that up best we can. It's not come out great, but you know, it is what it is. It's a little kid's bike. I couldn't be bothered with brushes and shit like that, so we broke out the big guns. So we've given it a good blast with that. If that won't shift it, it ain't coming off, I'm telling you. I've cleaned up the exhaust best I can, masked off that little end, and we're going to give that a coat of heat resistant black, which I think I've got over there somewhere. And we've given the engine a rudimentary clean as well. We're not going to town on this, we're just cleaning it up, putting right what's wrong with it, and yeah, that's all. When, you know, it's worth 100 quid tops when it's finished. You know, we're not making a massive profit on this, if indeed we sell it. If my granddaughter has a way, we're not selling it. I've ordered a new inner tube for that wheel. Just waiting for that to come. This wheel has been up overnight, so we can say that one's sorted. Right, let's get that thing painted. Right, rear wheel. I've cleaned up that disc a bit, although it's probably going to rust again in all fairness. With regard to what I said earlier about you can have the disc or the sprocket on either side, I'm not sure that's true. I've left myself a little bit of a problem, because if you see that bearing, how far that one sticks out, and then look how far that one sticks out, there's a difference. Now the problem is, I can't remember which side I took the sprocket off, and even if it matters, but that bearing does stick out further. Now I have gone back to review the footage, and it doesn't clearly show it, unfortunately. So we'll pop them on as we think fit. And as long as the brake works and the chain's in line, we're good. And if we're not, we'll have to whip it off again and put it on the other way. Something else I just noticed as well, it kind of made me smile, is this new tyre I've just put on. I think there's a subliminal, I'll try to say that when you've had 10 pints, a subliminal message. Don't know if you can see that. Junk eye. Junkie. Junk eye. Is that trying to tell me something? Made in China. Only the best. No expense spared. Okay, right, that needs tightening up. Now, I don't know now. It moves a bit. But then it would on that side as well, so no, that's nothing to do with it. That's no indication at all. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if I didn't, I'll mention it again. I've got a couple of things on order for a project. A project that I didn't even know that I was going to be doing. But yeah, basically, I saw something on Temu I'm not going to give too much away, but I saw something on Temu and I thought, good grief, that's cheap. And then I thought, but I don't need it. And then I thought, buy it anyway. So I bought it, and then I was thinking what I was going to do with this thing. And that resulted in me looking for something else and buying that as well to go with it. Now, what are you talking about, I hear you ask? Well, I'm not going to tell you. But if you subscribe to my channel, very shortly you will find out. And because I'm not entirely, I've got some ideas of what I'm going to do with it, but because I'm not entirely sure, I will be seeking the wise knowledge of you guys out there for suggestions of what I should do with it. Clean ones please, because it won't fit where you're thinking. Anyway, let me tighten that up and we'll probably see about getting this rear wheel mounted. Hello, I'm back. Right, before I mount the rear wheel, I want to mount the engine. And before I mount the engine, oh, sounds like someone from Wales, doesn't it? Mount the engine. just my weird mind. Before I mount the engine, I need to mount the carb. These things, look at that. I mean, that's an engine. That's amazing. These things, by the way, 35 quid. So if you wanted a little engine like that to do like a little kiddie's go-kart or something, you know, they're cheap as fuck. Actually, they're not cheap as fuck, because I'm not allowed to say fuck. They're cheap as chips. Anyway, we have here, in our possession, a brand new carb which cost me the princely sum of £10. On the old one, said before, didn't I, that bit broke off, but I have since found that bit, so I've ordered it. What's that for? Ooh, I want to put a bit of wire on it. Got a hand rev it. So that's the choke. That's very stiff. So, up and down is on. Okie dokie. Right. I need to find some mounting hardware, don't I? Yes. Right, so that obviously goes there. Let me find all the nuts and bolts. Right, got them. Exactly got what goes where, I don't know. We'll just start working our way through and see what we've got left. These big long ones are going to go there. Let me just zoom you out a little bit. Of course I got the wrong size Allen key, obviously. Pop that up like so. See, I told you. Start filming, phone rings. Just Wi-Fi with pointless information. Right, I've screwed that on. I'll show you. Two big long black bolts that go right through. So they're on. I still find it amusing. I can lift an engine up and show it to the camera. I suppose I'll be blown away by one of them little remote control fuel engines. Right, this is a little collar that just falls on the floor. No, that the air cleaner mounts on. And this carb comes with a new air cleaner, which is good because the old one was absolutely filthy. And to get this carb and air cleaner off the bike while it's fitted, you may remember, you either have to remove the engine or remove the swing arm to get the air cleaner off. So yeah, that was really thought through, wasn't it? Oh, come on, get in there, what's wrong with you? I'd like to get this fired up today, I don't know if I will or not. Come on, start. Has that got it? Yeah. So that's on. They don't give you no screws or hard fixing hardware with this carb. So if you were sort of fitting it new, you would have to go out and source all the screws and shit. Okay, air cleaner. Only the best Chinese crap for my bike. This is a K&N. If you believe that, you believe anything. Although Chinese probably think it is a K&N, or they've copied it as a K&N. Anyway, that goes on there. Just tighten up this hose clip, because it's not a Jubilee clip, it's a hose clip. Okay. Ready to fit. Right, engine fitting time. Let me just get the engine hoist to lift it into place. I still can't get over the size of this bloody engine. Right, get it, you bugger. There's it going. Engine fitted. Let me just get the bolt. Yeah, they don't get much easier than that. Note to self, stop saying how easy it is. I'm caught in trouble. Right, I'm going to lay that over, because it'll be easiest to get these engine mounting bolts in through the bottom. Do I get a Allen key? Now I may have to loosen these off again because there is some adjustment in the slots for this, which I may need to utilise for, in fact, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it loose until I get the back wheel on, I think. I hope I can get the exhaust on. I just thought of that. Or does the exhaust need to be routed through first, I wonder? Because, you know, it's a huge job to have to remove that engine again if I have to. We'll find out soon enough, won't we? Leave it loose for the time being, because I want to mount the back wheel. Get that chain on that front sprocket. This chain could do with a clean up, but I'll lube it all up afterwards. Something like that. Right, back wheel. Now I can't remember which way these spacers go. I took a photo, didn't I? Hang on. Hang you on there. Let's have a look. It's a good job I did take a photo because my memory is shocking. No. Oh, hang on. Is that it? Okay, the big spacer goes on the sprocket side. Let's put them all that side. I've got a big washer there. Seems odd that that would go between the washer. One second. No idea. Let's wing it. It's no different to a big bike in that you need 10 pairs of hands to hold everything in place. Oh, I saw where you went. I was watching it. Okay. Right, slack adjuster on this side. You just have to take my word for it. None of you told me I hadn't put the chain on, did you? You could have told me. Don't worry, I'll edit it out and make myself look professional. Gotcha. Okay, slack adjuster on. Come on, get on. What's wrong with I just got it on the first time, I ain't going on the second time. Not that there was a first time, because I've edited that out. Unfortunately, the battery died on my camera, so you missed that bit, but you ain't missed a lot. I've got the engine bolted in properly, got the wheel bolted in properly, and we've got the chain all tensioned, wheels in alignment. Everything looks good to me, but unfortunately that's going to be it for today. We will continue this on whenever. Cheers guys.